Hi! So today I'm going to explain about the basic concept of a network. What is a network? It is a collection of computers and devices, also known as nodes, connected together via communication device and transmission media. So here are some of the example of nodes include types of computer system, printers and plotters, scanners, communication hardware, which is also modems, hubs, and switches. They are the examples. So what is a communication device? Let's look through the definition. It's any type of hardware capable of transmitting data, instructions, and information between a sending device and a receiving device. So how do they communicate? For computer communication, it is a process in which two or more computers or device, also known as communication device, transfer data, instructions, and information. So we need a sending device, a transmission media, and a receiving device. So by having these three, we can communicate successfully. So let's go through one by one the types of communication device. So let's start with the dial-up modems, which it converts these digital signals to analog signals and analog signals to digital signals so that data can travel along an analog telephone line. So secondly, we'll go with digital modems, where it sends and receives data and information to and from a digital line. Here are the types of these digital modems, which is the ISDN, DSL, and cable. For ISDN modems and DSL modems, it's usually an external device in which one end connects to the computer, to the telephone line, and the other end connects to a port of the system unit. Yes, so these modems, I mean the three of them, will typically include built-in Wi-Fi connectivity. So moving on next to the wireless modem, which it has an external or built-in antenna, are available as USB, flash drives, express card modules, PC cards, and even memory cards. So as you can look through my drawing here, yes, I drew a notebook where I insert a USB, which is also known as a wireless modem. Yes, I inserted in the notebook. So moving on to the network card, sometimes called a network interface card, NIC, pronounced NIC. It is a communication device that enables a computer or device that does not have built-in networking capability to access a network. How would that happen? All right, the network card coordinates the transmission and receipt of data, instructions, and information to and from the computer or device containing the network card. Moving on to the next example, which is the wireless access point. It is a central communication device that allows computer and device to transfer data wirelessly among themselves or to transfer data wirelessly to a wired network. So next, router. It connects multiple computers or other routes together and transmit data to its correct destination on a network. Well, how about hub and switches? So it provides a central point for cables in a network. For example, larger network use hub and smaller network use switch. Hub and switch receive data from many directions and then forward it to one or more destination. So the comparison between hub and switches. Yes, you can read yourself through this information I have provided. And to make a comparison, I mean to summarize about this, I would prefer people to choose switches compared to hub. Through some researchers made, it's saying that switches is better than hub, where we can see from the first part where a switch is an intelligent device compared to a hub, it is a dumb device. So yes, it is more sophisticated network device and probably it is more expensive. Alright, moving on to the switches versus routers. Yes, in comparison with routers, switches are less sophisticated and less intelligent. How about routers? Routers are more sophisticated and intelligent network compared to switch. I'm sorry. So yeah, routers has their own inbuilt operating system and they need to be configured before use. Alright, so I hope my session tonight could help you a lot, especially in this 2.1 topic, which is basic concept of network. Thank you.
And now we're gonna continue with transmission media. The meaning of transmission media is a communication channel that carries the information from the sender to receiver. So they have two types of transmission media, which is physical and wireless. So for physical, they use wire cables and other tangible media to send communication signals, which is twisted pair cables, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. For twisted pair cables, they consist of two or more twisted pair wires, and each of them have two separate insulated copper wire. And this wire are twisted together to reduce noise. So this noise is an electrical disturbance. Coaxial cables, they have a single copper wire that is surrounded these three materials. And coaxial wire is used for the cable television network because it is cable over longer distance than the twisted pair. For fiber optic cable, the core of the fiber optic consists of dozens or hundreds of thin strands of glass or plastic that used to transmit signal, and inside of it, they have an insulating glass and a protective coating around it. So the advantages of it is it capable to carrying a significant more signals than wire cables, and it is more faster data transmission. However, the disadvantage is it is cost more than twisted pair or coaxial cable, and it can be difficult to install. Other than physical, we have wireless. So wireless meaning it sends communication signals through the air or space using radio, microwave, or infrared signals. So we have 5 wireless transmission media, which is infrared, microwave, broadcast radio, cellular radio, and lastly is communication satellite. So for infrared, you can see that it is used using its light, such as the mouse and the laser printer. So the laser printer can print anything lah from the light. Then another one is broadcast radio. Broadcast radio is example like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and it is distribute radio signals through the air only over the long distance. And it's also need a transmitter to send the broadcast radio signal and receiver to accept it. So to receive that broadcast radio signal, the receiver has an antenna that is located in the range of the signal. Other than that, we have microwave. So microwave, it provides a high-speed signal transmission and is often called fixed wireless that involves sending signals from one microwave station to another. And its transmit data can at rates up to 5,500 times faster. So we have a microwave station, which is a earth-based reflective dish that contains antenna, transceiver, and other necessary. So it uses line of sight transmission. So to avoid like obstruction, the station needs to be on top of the building or higher place. So this is the example. So for cellular radio, it is used in a form of broadcast radio that is used widely for mobile communications, specifically for wireless modem and cell phones. So we all have known that cell phone is our telephone device that use high frequency radio. Because only a limited number of radio frequency exists, cellular network providers reuse the frequency so that it can accommodate the large number of users. So another one that it connect their notebooks, computers, or other mobile computer to a cell phone to access web or send or receive the email message, enter chat room, or like connect to a network. So we have several categories, which is 1G, 2G, 3G, and 4G. So and lastly, we have communication satellite. So this communication satellite, it is from the space that receives microwave signal from the Earth-based station that amplify or shorten the signals and broadcast the signal back over a wide area to any number of Earth-based stations. So smartphone like phones and GPS can function as Earth-based station. So we have a term of it. It is uplink, which is transmit from an Earth-based station to satellite, and we have downlink that is vice versa of uplink. So this is the example. So the advantages of using network is facilitating communication, sharing hardware, sharing data and information, sharing software, and transferring funds. But the disadvantage of using network, which is the setup and the maintenance cost, can be expensive. Any fault with the network server can cause difficulty. The network needs more security measures to restrict access to your users, and the WAN are vulnerable to hackers and viruses. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, so today we will be learning Chapter 2.2 Network Architecture. Let's get to it. So, what is network architecture? If we take a look at example above, there are three computers and a printer that can connect together, forming a network, and we can arrange and change the arrangement of the computer and printer in a different order too. So that arrangement is called network architecture. Or, in other words, network architecture is a layout that tells us how computers and devices are arranged. There are two types of network architecture. The first one is client-server, and the second one is peer-to-peer. For client-server network, we can take a look at an example as a waiter and a customer who is ordering their food. A customer here is the client, while the waiter is the server. A few examples such as Gmail, network printing, ATM machines, and World Wide Website. Moving on to peer-to-peer network. Peer is somebody who of the same legal status as somebody else or individual who is equal to another person, or in other words, it's equal to equal. Each computer has equal capabilities and responsibilities to share hardware and software, data, or information with other computers on the network. Alright, thanks for watching and stay safe everyone.
Today, I'm going to be talking about the classification of network. Classification of networks are classified by scale, range from small to global wide area network. The three types of networks: local area network, metropolitan area network, and wide area network. LAN is a network that connects computers and devices in a limited geographical area. The examples of LAN are home, school computer, laboratory, and campus. This is local area network topology, advantages and disadvantages. Metropolitan area network is a high-speed network that connects local area networks in the metropolitan areas that handles the bulk of communication activity across that area. A MAN is made up of interconnected LANs. Because MANs are smaller, they are usually more efficient than WANs since data does not have to travel over large distances. The characteristic of MAN is that it has a wider range than LAN. The data rates are moderate to high. The ownership could be public or private parties. Advantages of MAN is it is less expensive, high speed of data, high security, and sharing of internet. While its disadvantages is it is difficult to manage, vulnerable to hackers' attack, and it is required for technical staff to set it up. Wide area network is a network that covers a large geographic area and can use either phone lines or dedicated communication lines. The examples of WAN are mobile broadband, internet, and business service. These are the advantages and disadvantages of WAN. There are two types of WAN: Enterprise Private Network, and Visual Private Network. VPN is a network that helps enterprise companies to connect to each other in a secure way over a network. These are the uses of VPN. With VPN, the messages are secure, they enable business continuity, and is cost-effective. But the cost of the maintenance and upkeep are high. It also requires a full-time network administrator. VPN describes the opportunity to establish a protected network connection when using public networks. VPN provides secure and encrypted connections. It masks the internet protocol addresses and gives online privacy and anonymity by creating a private network from a public internet connection. Thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Dayang Laila binti Abang Hussein from K4 T8B. I'm gonna talk about subtopic 2.4, the internet. In this video, I'm gonna cover definition of internet, advantages and disadvantages of internet and extranet. The internet is a worldwide collection of networks that link millions of businesses, government agencies, education institutions, and individuals. This is the evolution of the internet. Advantages of internet: accessibility. Vast amount of data can be stored and processed quickly and efficiently. Information is available 24 hours a day through access on the internet or home computer files or office workshop servers and computer facilities. Storage. Decreasing in storage costs and increases in internet connection speed persuade more users to use cloud storage in their data. Web application hosts often store users' data and information on their servers, which sometimes called cloud storage. Cloud storage also provides users with the convenience of accessing their files from almost everywhere. Online activity. You don't need to leave home to shop. You can shop online and deal with bank transactions and book holidays. An advantage if you are disabled and cannot easily get out. You can work at home and use video conferencing, forum, or chat to people across the other side of the world. Violation of privacy. Information is readily available, however, confidential information may be accessed unless properly password controlled. In many instances where personal and confidential records were not protected properly, individuals have found their privacy violated and identity stolen. Public safety. Adults, teens, and children around the world are using internet to share publicly their photos, videos, journals, music, and other personal information. Some of these unsuspecting innocent computer users have fallen victim to crimes committed by dangerous strangers. Protect yourself and your depends from these criminals by using caution in email, messages, and on websites. Health risks. Prolonged or improper computer use to access to the internet can lead to injuries and disorders of the hands, wrists, elbow, eyes, neck, and back. Computer users can protect themselves from this health risk through proper workplace design, good posture while at the computer, and appropriately spaced work break. Two behavioral health risks are computer addiction and technology overload. Networks are divided by two, which are intranet and extranet. An intranet is an internal network that uses internet technology, while an extranet allows customer or supplier to access part of its intranet. Accessibility of intranet is information accessible to employees and facilitate collaboration within an organization, while extranet allow customers and suppliers to access part of intranet. That's all from me. Thank you.
Type of broadband internet connection: wired and wireless. The example for wired are cable internet service, DSL, FTTP. The example for wireless are Wi-Fi, mobile broadband, fixed wireless, satellite internet service. Cable internet service. Cable, most widely used home broadband connection, provide high-speed internet access through the cable television network via a cable modem. New technology in Malaysia. DSL, digital subscriber line. Broadband delivered over telephone line, much less than 3 miles from a switching station, transmit over telephone line, but does not tie up the line. Direct internet access via standard telephone line. Asymmetric digital subscriber line is one of the most popular type of DSLs. Fiber to the premises, FTTP, known as broadband over fiber, delivers over fiber optic cabling all the way to the building, use fiber optic cable, high-speed internet access to house and business users. Fixed wireless, use radio transmission tower, not available in all areas, expected to use worldwide interoperability for microwave access, provide high-speed internet connection using a dish shape. Mobile broadband, also known as mobile wireless, access via mobile phone or mobile device, offers high-speed internet connection to devices. The categories are 1G, 2G, 3G, and 4G. Wi-Fi, wireless widely. Data is transmitted radio wave, public wireless network, both free and free-based are available, provide high-speed internet connection to compatible. Wi-Fi hotspot. Wi-Fi hotspot are places that provide a use with free or paid internet service. The example is airport, cafe, and hotel. Satellite internet service. Broadband option for rural area, slower and more expensive than cable or DSL, available in many.
Hi, my name is Aziati binti Jaki. I'm from K4 2.6. The internet address, meaning an IP address, internet protocol address, is a number that uniquely identifies each computer or device connected to the internet. Characteristic of internet address. First, consists of 4 groups of number, each separate by a period. Second, number is between 0 to 255. That is the example for internet address. Domain name, the text version of an address. For example, IP address 72.14.207.99. Domain name www.google.com. www is web server, Google is website name, com is top level domain, TLD. There is 2 types of TLD, which is generic TLD and CC-TLD, country code TLD. The example for generic TLD is www.google.com, meanwhile country code TLD is MY. The domain name system, DNS, is the method that the internet uses to store domain names and their corresponding IP addresses. DNS server translates the domain name to its associated IP address so that data and information can be wrote to the correct computer. There is 2 types of IP address, IPv4 and IPv6. IPv4, deployed in 1981, the length is 32 bytes. That is the example for IPv4. The address format is decimal notation. IPv6, deployed in 1999, the length is 128 bytes. That is the example for IPv6. The address format is hexadecimal notation.
It's 5:50 something and I feel so empty inside. The sun is going down, the sky